It's best when you're bathing a cat if you have something with a sprayer, like a kitchen sink would be a good place. Cats do much better if you put the water right on their coat and don't hold it away and spray them. You want to make sure you have nice warm water. Get the cat nice and wet. Before you put your shampoo on, it'll make it lather up a lot better. Make sure that you have a restraint on the cat at all times. Louis is being really good. Louis is a pro at this. But sometimes you get cats that are going to be trying to get away from you, and it's best if you have like a harness, cat harness or something that you could tie them. Keep them in the wash tub while you're bathing them. You always want to keep a hand on the cat. You don't want them escaping. You want to make sure when you're bathing a cat that you use a shampoo that's formulated for cats. Not all pet shampoos you can use on cats. So make sure to read the label that it's cat safe. Get a good lather. We don't do the head on the cat. You don't want to spray the cat's head. Cats have problems with more respiratory problems if they inhale the water than a dog would.
So do you just towel that separately, or?
When we are finishing up the cat, we'll just use a damp cloth or damp towel and clean his face. Louis is nice and dirty for us. We're getting a good example of a dirty cat. And doing some construction, Louis.
So other than restraining by the scruff of the neck, is there any other recommendations you have? Or
Well,
if they're squirming or trying to get away?
If you have a cat harness, like I said, you can put that on them. The biggest thing is that you want to just make sure that you have good control over the cat so that he doesn't get away from you. And once they start jumping around, then they're pretty much going to be out of control. So just make sure that you keep them in the tub. Don't let them jump around. Now we're rinsing Louis. You want to make sure that you don't leave any shampoo in the coat. The shampoo can cause irritation. The coat won't be nice and fluffy. So make sure that you run the water through, squeeze all the shampoo out. One thing I might mention too, in cats as well as in dogs, they have anal glands. We don't normally check anal glands in cats. They're not real fond of having their anal glands checked. But just by them being nervous enough, they might express it on their own. You want to make sure when you're using the sink or whatever to bathe them in, you want to keep the drain open. You don't want the cat sitting in water.
So not a good idea to put them in a bathtub or something that's already filled with
You
water.
don't want to fill up a tub full of water and dunk your cat in it. No. It's going to scare them. And Louis says it's not a good idea. You just want to have an empty cup, let the water flow down the drain. Make sure you get all the shampoo. Make sure the water's running clear. We're going to wrap them up with a towel, squeeze off some of the water. Use as many towels as it takes to get them dry. You want to help them get dry as quickly as possible. At home, if your cat will let you, you can use the hair dryer. You don't want to let it get too hot. If you have a cool setting, you can do that. But if you don't, or if the cat won't let you, use as many towels as you can and absorb as much water as possible. This first towel, when it's really wet, that's when you're going to want to try and wipe the face. Check around their ears. Louis got some brown stuff in his eyes. Just hold his eye shut and wipe away from the eye. You don't want any of that going into the eye. Same thing on the other side. Good boy, Louis. A little bit in his nose, just kind of wipe his face. Make sure he didn't get any water in his ears. Wipe those out real good. Then we're going to put him on a table here and dry him a little bit more.